Welcome back to the Sun Mama channel. I'm Jess, and today I wanted to check in, and I figured I would do a motivational video for this week. I have been struggling with anxiety a lot. I've done quite a few things that are out of my comfort zone this week. Still getting adjusted to my son being in school. My oldest, he's 3. He started preschool a couple weeks ago. I today am tired and I would like to get my house in order. And as you can see, my sink is pretty full. The rest of my kitchen is quite a disaster. I have not started laundry today. This morning did not go great. And then my daughter and I were sitting on the couch, and I thought to myself, I don't feel calm and I don't feel like I'm in a good place. And if I start to do all of the things that I want to get done today, it's going to be me pushing myself and just pushing myself all day and ignoring my feelings and ignoring what I need. And then I'm going to be snapping at everybody, and it's just not going to be a good day. And why bother? Why take the risk? So my daughter and I went outside. I feel like I'm in a much better place than I was just getting outside for a few minutes, sitting there, having some of my coffee. Now we are inside. I'm going to have a little bit of breakfast. And then after I eat my breakfast, then I will get started, and I will bring you along with me on this journey today. Typically when I'm cleaning my kitchen, I start from my sink area and then work my way around. But there is one exception. I start with the dishwasher whenever I'm doing my whole kitchen cleaning. That way when I get to the sink, I could just automatically load all of the dishes right into the dishwasher and then finish up there with cleaning any dishes that either don't fit or can't go in the dishwasher. So let's get started emptying the dishwasher. Like I said before, I follow the Fly Lady routine. I like all of her routines. I really love that you can jump in and out of her routines. Other people that I have found, they have a more strict schedule of cleaning that you kind of have to follow. And it seems like it felt to me like there was much more of a time commitment when it came to other people's programs. Whereas the Fly Lady, she has done a great job of making cleaning into small, manageable times. She says when you are starting out to focus on decluttering, don't focus on deep cleaning, which was helpful to me because there were a lot of rooms in our house that felt like the walls were closing in, and I'm still working through some of those rooms. Our catch-all room, for example, is the laundry room. That's sort of our office storage room, food storage room, I should say. It's also our laundry room. And then my husband's exercise equipment is also in there. So that room has quite a few functions, so it has a tendency to get packed in there. So we're working through that room still, but the Fly Lady says to start with 5 minutes. Start decluttering a room for 5 minutes and just keep at it for whichever room you're in. Just keep working through it, and eventually you'll get through all of those papers or whatever room it was that was very cluttered. which just felt much more manageable to me. And then, like I said, this week I have had a tough week, and her systems and her app have helped me to sort of stay on track with what I needed to get done for every day. And my house is not a complete disaster. My kitchen is a little bit in need of some help, which is what we're doing today. But other than that, the rest of the house is pretty well organized and kept on track. So I find that to be really, really helpful. And there are a lot of people on YouTube that you can watch to get you started on FlyLady, which I think is great because everybody uses her system a little bit differently, and it's very easy to adapt it to whatever you need help with when it comes to homemaking. Something else that I struggled with when I was first home, and I do still struggle with it, especially weeks like this, is trying to get everything done and have my house be picture perfect at all times. I am not Martha Stewart, and I don't have to be Martha Stewart, but I do want a house that is comfortable for my family and organized, and it helps me to feel centered and organized when I have a space that is that way. For me, my brain 100% reflects where my house is. So if my house is super disorganized and messy, that's kind of where my brain is at. And I used to think that even as I'm doing things, I had to clean up 100% as I'm doing everything. So if I spilled a little bit of water as I'm cleaning up this area, I would need to stop and clean it up. But the point is just to get it done and get it clean. So it doesn't have the process doesn't have to be perfect. If the end result is what you want it to be, then that's all that matters. I have a tendency to think all or nothing. So when I was trying a new routine, for example, with getting a load of laundry started before I went to bed each night. If I did not start a load of laundry before I went to bed one night, for whatever reason, if I wasn't feeling well, if I forgot, whatever the reason might be, it would throw my whole next day off. I would tell myself that I couldn't start a load midday. It would throw me off for that following day. So I would just be basically in a holding pattern, just waiting to sort of get started. And that didn't get me anywhere. I was always waiting. I was always behind. I felt like I could never catch up. And it doesn't serve me. But I find myself doing it with a lot of areas of my life. Exercising, for example. I would tell myself a story that I had to exercise every single day for X number of minutes, and if I didn't, then it was over. I gave up. It was just the end. So I'm trying to be a little more graceful and a little bit more forgiving for myself. And remember that I'm human, and so are you. Just gonna throw this towel and we'll pick it up on our way out. We'll get a new one to do the dishes. Get that puppy going. We'll get some of these dishes washed. this area of the kitchen is the snack area, and it always just gets out of control. We do have a snack drawer, but things never seem to get back into the snack drawer. And as the soap drained out of my sink, I realized I forgot to clean a spoon. So we're gonna go ahead and get that cleaned. Okay, so it is now the end of the day. The kids have eaten, my husband has eaten. I'm about to eat some dinner. I just got home from the dentist a little while ago. I have a few dishes to clean up. We had leftovers for dinner tonight. Today is typically a pasta night, but we had some more leftovers that we wanted to use up before the start of the new week. So I just have a couple more dishes to wash. This is it for dishes tonight. Pretty easy. I do still have this basket of stuff to go through, but most of it is just showing it to my husband and seeing if he wants me to throw it away or if he needs to look at it or anything like that. So that's really all that we have left to do for today, besides the typical cleanup for the evening. Thank you for spending the day with me today. I hope it motivated you to maybe start a project that you've been wanting to work on, or maybe look into the Fly Lady system that I like. But it definitely did motivate me to get my kitchen cleaned, and tomorrow is a new day. Take care, and remember to find your own sunshine.